How would you live your life out differently if I were actually fully cured from all of my ailments? How would you really live your life differently?
Oh my gosh. You know, the funny thing is, Gordon, I don't think that the core of our marriage would change that much. The substance that we have developed in through this path of suffering, I think that the interior part would be very similar. Our communication would be very similar. But I just think of the idea of like the fact that we live right now in Colorado in the mountains and we can't even go climb a 14er together or do a hike together. So the companionship of activity that I crave with you, just if you were healed and we could be out on a paddleboard together, or if we were in the mountains together, or those kind of things, I crave having the activities with you that we can't share when your disability doesn't allow you to do those things.
Right. Right.
There's a loneliness that comes even as close, and boy, we are like glue. I mean, it's ridiculous how close we are.
Yes.
But there's still a loneliness that pain can put in the middle of a relationship.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I think for me, if I were to answer that question, what would I do if I were healed? I forgot what it's like to even live pain-free.
You've said that many times to me.
It's been so many years.
Right.
Point number 2, for anyone else, I don't wish a chronic pain lifestyle on anyone else, even my worst enemy. It's very difficult. And the people out there are going through difficult times when they're trying to process and travel through life, and they're dealing with chronic pain. I get it. I totally get it. But I can say this, walking through the process of chronic pain has also brought in abundance in our life that we would have never had before.
Right.
So that abundance is this. We always, you take the line, if I live an abundant life, it's always going uphill.
Well, it's changed our definition of abundance.
It sure has, because the abundance is how far down in the pain pit have we been? And then what is abundance? How do we measure that? So the depth and richness of our spiritual walk, it has matured because pain has been a facilitator. That's why it's been considered a gift.
Right.
But if I were actually pain-free today,
oh man,
how would it be different? I'm afraid I would initially just give into indulgence.
Yeah, I could see that.
Indulgence with activity.
Maybe you become like at the gym. Well, if gyms were actually open here, or you would just be like powerlifting or doing the extreme, because you tend to go that way anyway with extreme discipline.
I would want to be challenged, and I'd want to challenge a physically healthy body. There's no doubt.
I can see that.
And I'd want to make up for lost time.
Yeah.
How could I be more productive? How could I look at something occupationally? What challenges did I not take on? But all those words of indulgence and taking on challenges and being successful again at something else because I'm healthy, all of those things do one thing. They edify self.